but the restitution to Jared Arbit, who's the victim in this case, was $1,500 because the moped had been fully painted over and had been, I think it was hot wired to be driven. So they couldn't save.
I even asked my lawyer earlier about that. I was wondering the same thing, so I'm glad you brought that up.
No objection to that, Your Honor.
I'm just looking for how to spell his last name.
I can spell it, Your Honor. It's Arbit.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had no changes to the scoring either?
Actually, Your Honor, it doesn't change the level or the range, but PRV 4 should be scored at 2, changing the total to 52, but does not change the level or the range, but just to be accurate.
Do you have any objection to that, Mr. Abbott?
Okay. No objection, thank you.
Okay, then I made that change. So then back to the victim. Is there a victim that wished to be heard, Ms. Allen?
No, Your Honor, we spoke throughout this case. He was on board with the defendant going to drug court back when that was an option. Unfortunately, that did not work out. But other than the restitution, he would leave it to the court's discretion as to a sentence, as would the people.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Abbott, then I'll hear from you.
Thank you, Your Honor. This man's life is a series of tragedies from a very young age of 15 months being removed from your home and whatever it was that caused that removal. It's a level of instability in childhood that can't be good. And then in 2017 to lose his family again, it's a lot of pain that this guy's living with, a lot of whatever that kind of problem causes with your thinking process. He's told me he really enjoyed the counseling and the therapy that he gets because he enjoys talking with educated counselors that help him work through it. He's hoping he can get involved in that again. He doesn't have enough money to pay for that right now, but as soon as that becomes available, he's going to participate in counseling. And obviously he's been in trouble off and on with the police since he was a young kid. There was a long period there and you'll notice that he was a HYTA defendant in your court and successfully completed that program back in 2010. And so he's capable of reforming himself if given the correct structure. And he certainly has a lot of promise. He says he's still employed. Once he gets out, he can go back working with the sprinkler company. And I'd ask the court to go along the recommendations and place him on probation. Time served. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Mr. Wooten, anything you'd like to say?
I don't know if you remember me, but in 2010, that's when I was 19. I got in trouble with, I'm not really sure, remember what it was. It was either breaking into cars, like I just opened it, just young, crazy stuff. But I was on probation for 5 years with you through that HIDA thing because it got extended because I needed to pay off the money that was owed. And I did that flawlessly. And I never went back to jail, never got violated. And I plan on doing that again. Like I don't plan on messing this up. I kind of want to. It's been 2 years since, almost 3 years since, my family's passed, and I need to stop. I just need my life back. So.
Okay. Have you been staying clean and sober? I mean, I know you've been in
Yep.
jail for a little while, but you weren't before that. So is everything
Yeah,
going
no, I have been. I can even take a drug test as soon as we get out, and well, I mean that's not going to matter now because I've been in jail, but I'm acceptable to drug test frequently. I'm not opposed to it.
Okay. Well, that'll be part of your probation, but I do think that you are a good candidate for probation. You do seem to do well when you have the structure and the oversight and the programming in place, so I think that it could help you again. I'm going to place you on probation for a period of 18 months, 159 days in jail with credit for 159 days served. You have to pay the Crime Victims Fund in the amount of $130, state costs in the amount of $68, oversight fees in the amount of $180, payable at the rate of $10 a month, restitution in the amount of $1,500 to Jared Arbit, costs in the amount of $500 based on the State Court Administrative Office calculated average cost of a criminal case in Ingham County. Additional conditions of probation are no use or possession of alcoholic beverages, controlled substances, drug paraphernalia, or medical marijuana. You must comply with both drug and alcohol testing as your agent directs. You must complete AANA and/or CA meetings as directed by your agent. You must complete whatever outpatient or residential substance abuse treatment you are referred to. You must not engage in any assaultive, abusive, threatening, or intimidating behavior. No contact with anyone you know to have a felony record. Of course, you cannot possess a weapon while you're on probation. You must comply with the written and verbal orders of your agent. Let the agent into your home at any time and submit to a search of your person or property without need of a warrant. Report any changes to your agent within 24 hours. And if you're still wanting to transfer your probation to Eaton County, you may do that. And you have the right, Mr. Wooten, to file an application for leave to appeal your conviction and your sentence in this matter. You're entitled to an attorney at public expense to help you. If you're making a request for an attorney and wanting to start an appeal, you have to do it within 42 days of today's date. There is a form that you use for that, and we will mail it to you. You should just know that the time period of 42 days starts running from today. Okay, so do you have any questions?
I have no questions.
All right, good.